In this video, we're going to talk about virtual production updates with Disguise. Real quick, you're watching VP Land. Special thanks to our sponsors, Blackmagic, Vue, and LucidLink for helping make our NAB coverage possible. And now, back to the video. I'm here with Eli from Disguise. Eli, good to see you. What do we got going on set up here?
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. So from Disguise, we have a couple of servers. We have a GX3 and RX node. We're basically doing XR for broadcast here. So we have a row LED wall and floor, and with that we have a Stipe camera tracking, and so we have set extension, Unreal Engine virtual environments, as well as AR elements, and also video playback, 2.5D elements as well. So the whole package.
I know you have, this isn't the exact setup, but I know you also have the studio setup. So can you kind of walk me through, I guess, what some of the differences are and sort of what the use cases you're seeing with the studio setup?
Yeah, exactly. So, Disguise as a manufacturer, typically we've only sold individual servers, but recently we've definitely expanded into offering more services more generally. But part of that is, we have to deliver an entire package. So we've developed, top to bottom, fully pre-kitted rack. This includes all of the servers at different kind of sizes. The Studio Pro also includes, render nodes, Genlock, video distribution, KVM, UPSs, stuff like that. Okay. Basically everything you need in a box. So then, of course, services on top of that. We'd be able to do the commissioning, install content, everything like that.
What are some of the use cases you're seeing with that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, certainly for spaces that don't already have a lot of equipment already. So they need the LED, they need the processing, they need the video routing, all that sort of stuff already just comes in this one rack. It is, shock mounted, so we've seen the idea to be able to take it on tour, or as we see a lot of these volumes kind of getting a little bit more kind of pop-up in their nature, not necessarily a fixed location all the time. Being able to move it from different stages is quite useful. But of course, we're expanding into other markets as well, not just broadcast. Corporate, house of worship are becoming very popular options and customers for this product.
Now talking about the smaller boxes and more kind of portable setups, is that sort of a trend you're seeing more in virtual production, like virtual production 2025?
Yeah, definitely for film and TV-based virtual production, pop-up and kind of small and nimble stages has definitely been the name of the game. Bring the stage to the client. There's often LED always in region, and our servers are already being used a lot on concert touring. They're ruggedized, they're meant to be shipped around, and we already have a lot of tools in place to be able to build your LED within the software, add elements, very quickly, and kind of iterate between different stages. So, of course, our technology is set up for that, but that is what we're seeing in the market. A lot of, temporary stages, kind of purpose-built for production.
Okay. And so I know you talked about we have this broadcast setup here. Do you want to walk me through some of the elements we've got going on here?
Yes, absolutely. So some of the elements that we have would be, of course, Designer, our software. This is our digital twin, one-to-one representation of obviously the setup that we have here. This includes the LED walls as well as all of our lights. So we're actually controlling the DMX lights from our system as well as receiving the tracking data. And yeah, from here we have a couple of different pieces of content. So, first off, we can, switch between, camera 1 and camera 2. We can change to a different environment. So I think we have this basketball scene running as well. So different Unreal Engine scenes, I can switch over like that. I can, do a crossfade between them if I wanted to. And then even going on to other types of more traditional kind of virtual production elements, such as, 2.5D from, we can pull up this scene. This is segmented layers using video. So instead of having to have Unreal Engine and having all of your assets be, virtual elements, this allows you to take, video plates which are, inherently photorealistic and place them in 3D space. So still get parallax, but don't have any of the downsides of having to build your scene, having unrealistic, more gamey kind of.
Are you seeing that more and more? Because that's even in NAB just started, and I've already had 3 conversations. I've been hearing more and more just background plates, 2.5D plates being a more popular option. Are you seeing that a lot more?
Definitely. I mean, even before, even with these stages that have been doing Unreal Engine quite heavily, we've seen the 60-70%, very roughly, have been video playback for car process. That's what a lot of these stages are being used for. And so high resolution, high frame rate video playback is always been a strong suit for us, and so we've naturally been involved in these stages. Even some stages that have disguise for the video playback, and they're still using Unreal Engine for when they do get the Unreal Engine job. So yeah, definitely a lot of video playback. But yeah, now that 2.5D is opening up, we're realizing that it's like, oh, I don't have to commission a whole virtual environment for a New York skyline. We have that skyline, let's break these up into layers and use Photoshop and After Effects as our tool, which are way more readily available for talent to be able to make those assets, and cost of everything. It's all kind of becoming factors that we are seeing that as a trend.
Yeah, so speaking of trends, what other kind of trends have you been seeing, just virtual production space as a whole?
Yeah, I think that is definitely the direction that we're seeing, especially, right now with especially film and TV, and especially in Los Angeles, everyone is very cost conscious. So we are seeing that driving some of the trends towards virtual production, but it's less so on building a stage, and again, going to that more rental model and having a temporary setup. And then again, having more cost-effective ways of using either pre-existing assets, video assets, 2.5D, that type of stuff, rather than weeks of developing an Unreal scene. Again, that really is the main trend right now that we've seen, and going into the future, it's not about getting the biggest stage in your country. It's about how many stages can you offer with that same amount of LED.
Cool. Well, thanks for the update, Eli. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good talking. That's it for this video. Thanks again to our sponsors for helping make our NAB coverage possible. For more NAB videos, be sure to check out our playlist right here. I'll catch you in the next episode.